Good morning. Good morning. What up, everybody? It's our dude, Gigwise, aka Tim, T-I to the M. Buckle up for safety. What is going on? $53 to pick up. Let's fire up Gypsy. What up, Night Watcher? I literally had to wait for a guy at the fountain to get my ice that was filling up like a 20-quart freaking water cooler for his refill. That has to be the biggest cup I've ever seen anybody refill. Well, it wasn't a cup. No, it was at least a 10-quart. Morning. So I replaced that vacuum check valve. I got to replace one of the vacuum lines that goes to it and away from it. The one that goes away from it, I'm gonna have to pull the doghouse to seed everything out. I don't know where it goes or how far it goes, but it is dry rotted, big time. I've got a piece of it in the back. I had to cut part of it out. It just kept splitting when I was trying to put it over the new valve. Really, a FedEx truck's making a freaking semi making a U-turn in here, and there's another semi at the entrance that's delivering beer.
Turn right.
What? Come on, I got stuck behind the dude in there twice. I got stuck behind him in line too to check out, and I don't know what was going on with that. Come on, what is going on here? There's another dude blocking the way in. We got a semi on the... Oh my God, they're delivering across the street. They're not even delivering here. Well, that semi can't get out, but I can get around this dumbass that's blocking the fucking road. Move your ass. I hope he can read my fucking lips. We've already got a semi blocking, and the semi's not even stocking beer here. Stocking beer at the Circle K. Hold on to your britches. And I'll tell you what, though, even with that deteriorated, dry rotted vacuum line, my AC is working great when I go up a hill now. So that was definitely the issue. And my tail light works again. Yeah, I'm going to step down on the gas and go through this yellow light. I wasn't up to speed yet anyway. Just so I can race down the hill to get stuck at this red light. Yay! Going to Chevy's today. For not a huge one. I didn't even look at the details, really. That's what it was paying. $1,160 worth of food. Yeah, it's an easy cater tip. It must be going to something medical. Yeah, it's going. Oh yeah, I knew that. It's going to St. Luke's, which is coming. That comes back towards me, basically. Man, well, maybe you had a good morning, but. So you can capitalize on those Wagmans in your market. And then Rochester's another metro that's, what is like an hour and a half, and then you got Buffalo. You can go to 3 different metros. I can't go to any other metro but the one I'm in, because all of them are way, way too far. It'd have to be a really damn good pay in order to get me to drive to it's Springfield. The population's not even that high in Springfield. Kansas City, but that's like a 5-hour drive. So they'd have to really, it'd have to be really good paying to get me can you pay me like $1,000 on a catering order to get me to go to KC and back? Oh, that. Oh, I thought you were talking you had deliveries or something already. Well, you probably did. Like Dino, he's kind of ideal. He's an hour away from a huge metro that he could really, really make a lot of money in the gig economy if he drive an hour. But once you're there, kind of like Jay Twist, how he would drive like, 45 minutes or whatever to get to Tulsa to that bigger metro. Instead, he'd rather sit and bitch and moan and complain about how bad the apps are. Go to a different area. I caught him briefly on Torps last night. I was only on there for literally about as long as it took him to make the comment. He's like, all these other people are complaining about him, but they're still going and watching his content. I don't. Go watch all the negative crap, and mainly about like DoorDash and shit apps I don't use. I'll have no desire to watch the content. Now, if somebody was posting content and delivering banger catering orders, I wouldn't mind watching that. I like seeing that. Positive. Everybody's so negative on these gig tubers. It's another reason I hardly watch any of them. If it's not working, figure out a way to make it work. Capiche? If this doesn't work for you, there's so many options in the gig economy for depending on what you want to do. The ones that often complain about the no-tip orders, the $2, the $3 deliveries with no tips and stuff like that, never bring up, while they're complaining about it, the fact that there's also a decline button by, you don't have to accept. If you accept a no-tip $2, $3, $4, whatever it is, order, that's on you. Complain to yourself. Let that order sit at the restaurant. Let the customer get up off their ass and go get it themselves when nobody's willing to deliver it because they didn't tip. I've said that since the beginning of my gig work adventure, when it began the journey. Like, if it's not paying, don't do it. You basically control your own destiny when it comes to gig work. I have a $40 order for later today that I'm probably going to end up letting it go because the mileage is going to kill me on it. I got to go near downtown, west of downtown to pick it up. Then I've got to deliver it to downtown. And it's going to be like 58 miles, I think, when it's all said and done. So I'm probably going to release it. I was thinking last night I'm going to keep it, and then the more I thought about it, I'm probably going to release it. I'll see if Ellen wants it. It may work out for her. Well, she gets a lot better gas mileage than me, too.
Turn left.
I got stuck at this light right as it turned red. That sucks. There's also a lot of courier deals out there. I mean, it's more of some of them are more of a W-2. But if you want to drive, some of them pay pretty damn good, but they want you there Monday through Friday. It's not an on-demand. They're not on demand. Some are. I've heard that Courier. I've heard it's good. I heard it sucked. I've heard it's good. I heard it sucks. I don't know anything about that app. I've never used it. GoShare's another one. I've heard it's good. I've heard it sucked. I've heard it's good. I've heard it sucked. There's always two stories to it, two sides of the driver experience on any of these apps. Market dependent, all kinds of stuff. You know, if you don't want to drive the hour, figure out something that works for you in the slow, crappy market you're in. Then lower your monthly bills, make it work for you. Like after I was sick, I had like, and finally got back to work. I got back to work making $10 an hour, and I rearranged. I made my budget so low that I could survive on that with money left over at the end of the week, or 2 weeks. I think I got paid bi-weekly there. I'm on the wrong app. There we go. I got to drive all the way out to 40. It's starting to rain on me. I mean, I always try to be positive, but I will be negative on the people negative. That's always negative because it drags everybody down. Who wants to listen to it? I mean, I'd love to be getting better catering orders right now, but I'm not. I'm not. You don't hear me complain on here about it every day, though. Like the first week of college orders that I'm used to getting every year. Haven't seen a one this year. And Washington University usually had some really, I'm sure they did have some really big ones. I just didn't see them. Oh, dude. Yeah, I've done a couple with her. White minivan, big square red cart that'll hold 2 bags. Pedro's on a split with that driver Rachel. So he must have got a big one. I don't think he got it on Get off. What? Don't do pop-ups on my SMS. The hell? Wow, this AC is way different now. That I fixed that thing. There was enough slack in the hose. I was able to reach back and get it around the AC accumulator tank. It was around the back side of that, and you couldn't see it. Barely you could see it, and I was able to pull it around to the front side. That's where it's at now because I had to cut like 6 inches of one of the hoses, the one that led back to it. I had to cut like 6 inches of that hose because it was just so dry rotted. It was flattened, and I was trying to push it onto the nipple, we'll call it, whatever you call that thing, and it kept splitting the hose because it's so brittle. All right, I gotta go around these people. I'm gonna lose you guys here in a minute. I'm coming up on Manchester and I dropped signal there. Damn, I'm doing 72 miles per hour. Shit. I'm wondering if the vacuum being messed up was hurting my gas mileage too. I'll find out after this trip. I'm watching my gas monitor, or my MPG monitor, and it's not went up yet. 15.3 MPG. 16 miles per gallon. I get one today. probably would have got the split that Pedro's on if
Hazard reported ahead.
right at 1 o'clock. Basically support. I don't have a signal. Never mind. I'm not going to talk right now. And traffic is really backing up. That's great. And I need to be over 2 lanes. What's going on? The construction's gone. Is there an accident? Great. This is why I leave so early. I'm going to cut in front of a tow truck.
Hazard reported ahead.
Yeah, but where's the freaking hazard? You just say hazard. You don't say what kind of hazard. Most of the time, it's a freaking car in the shoulder. Okay, I'm at least in my turn lane. Ah, damn it. Who's that? There's Tabish right there. What's up, buddy? I didn't see the chat wasn't going up on me. How is your day going? Or evening, actually. I need to find out what hours you actually sleep. Because I never want to bother you with any app issues when you're sleeping. I do have my signal back. Another driver's texting me. One spam message blocked on my text message? I don't know. I wish you could fix my streaming app so it would always scroll when the chat's coming in and not stop like that. But you don't work on Streamlabs OBS. No sleep till dun 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 Brooklyn. You know, Night Watcher, I saw them on that tour, the Licensed to Ill tour, at 10th Row Center tickets. Some guy in my ceramics class worked at Dialectics back then and got me 2 tickets, 10th Row Center. They were spraying 40s on us. Literally. I was still in high school. I was a junior, actually. Awesome show. They weren't exactly huge yet, but they were getting there. They were getting there real fast. Oh yeah, I was just passing Manchester. And I'm doing 0 in the turn lane to get on 6440. Damn, this air is really feeling good out of my AC now that I should have fixed that 2 years ago. A little $5 part. The hose is going to cost me more than what the actual part did. When I start replacing the vacuum lines, I'm going to start checking a lot of them because that could be an issue with the check engine light that comes on once in a while that nobody knows what the hell it is. Remember, I was a manager at AutoZone. I did a lot of code reading on cars. I saw a lot of codes. I never saw that code. I don't even know what it. I threw the paperwork away. I didn't know what it was. Nobody at the AutoZone knew what it was. I've talked to a couple people that are mechanics. They don't know what it is. And then it goes away. Ah, damn it. I went to my wrong app. I wish I would have saw Tabish on here when he posted that. Damn it. Tabish. That's how it's pronounced. According to Chris Barnes. I went to a lot of concerts when I was younger. To the point I got so burnt out on going to them. I never saw Led Zeppelin, but I did see Robert Plant. I think White Lion opened for him. White Lion, it was either Robert Plant or AC/DC that White Lion. I can't remember. One of those two shows, White Lion opened. Wait. I can't remember the words. I liked their version of Radar Love back then, but these days I prefer the original Golden Earring version of Radar Love. No more speed, I'm almost there. Gotta keep cool now, you gotta take care. I don't think the only other song that would make me want to speed even more than Radar Love would be I Can't Drive 55 by Sammy Hagar. I have never seen Kiss. Man, in 4th, 5th, 6th grade, Kiss was one of my favorite bands out there at the time. Their so-called disco album, I Was Made for Loving You's on it. That was my very first cassette I ever bought. I owned no cassettes before that Kiss cassette. And in 5th grade, on Fridays, we were allowed to bring in a cassette tape, and the teacher would play one song off of it. Nobody liked it in my class. The teacher didn't even let it play completely. So I can probably back. Yeah, Kiss was my first cassette tape. I think Paranoid was my first 8-track. 30-minute warning. A little bit here finally. I don't know what was slowing it down. Oh, there's literally a truck blocking the traffic with the arrow pointing to the right and left. Why? Do that stuff at 2 o'clock in the morning when nobody's on the road. They got a lane closure up ahead. That's what's caused the backup, the bottleneck. Did I lose signal? Damn, I didn't even see it. Oh, I see I barely got a 5G. The hell, I don't even know what you didn't hear. I hate when that happens because I don't know. And it usually doesn't happen right here. It happens back there at Manchester. But shortly after I pass Manchester, it pops back. The first time I did that Columbia Record Club thing, I think it was only like 8 for a penny or whatever at the time. It was 8 tracks. I got 8 tracks. When I got that Kiss cassette, I didn't even really have anything to play cassettes on except for my dad's old school Radio Shack tape recorder. Yeah, I actually am the one that keeps screwing up the chat because when it's not moving, I have to test it to see if anybody's saying anything. But if it would just be steady chatter, I wouldn't do that. Yep, that was about the gist of it. In Troy, Missouri, and when I was in 5th grade, I was like one of the only Kiss fans in the 5th grade, I was about the only Kiss fan. I thought they were awesome. I don't know that I knew the word awesome yet back then, but very cool. Their uniform, their outfits and makeup. They even had a movie out, like Phantom of the Park or something like that. Like an amusement park. Probably got sold in the yard sale. I had a lot of Kiss albums on vinyl. Rock and Roll All Night was one of them. Kiss Destroyer was one of them. That was my first Kiss album I bought, was Kiss Destroyer with Detroit Rock City on it. That was awesome. No, I've never been to Pantera's concerts. When I worked at Casey's Rural Rock Cafe, I wasn't real familiar with Pantera, so I have no idea what they look like. But there was 4 dudes sitting at the bar at Casey's Rural Rock Cafe. Son of a bitch. Traffic. Why are they doing construction out of nowhere? It's screwing traffic up and screwing me up. Yeah, there's 4 guys. They said they were Pantera. They had long hair and shit. They could have been. But they never had me completely sold on it. I met Sheryl Crow and Counting Crows down there before either of them got popular. Sheryl Crow had that one song out, Leaving Las Vegas or whatever. But she hadn't, All I Want to Do hadn't came out yet. Who that's, is that Brent? Good morning, Brent. Yeah, I never really went to any of the Metalhead concerts. Never got to see Metallica. I really wanted to see Metallica. Never got to see GNR. They were just here. I didn't even know they were coming to St. Louis. I just don't pay attention to this stuff. I might have wanted to go see that if I would have known. But I've seen enough on YouTube of how they sound now, and it's not how they sounded back when I really wanted to go see them. Don't really want to go see somebody's retirement tour. One. As soon as I heard him on the radio, I'm like, who the hell is this? I like this shit. They got political, though. I don't like bands that get political. So now I don't really listen to Green Day. I mean, they come on my Spotify channel. I listen to when I'm in the shower all the time. Well, I've got it on Offspring Radio right now. So it plays a lot from that genre. Yeah, some of those big, so many different bands. Like I was at, I think it was a Point Fest, or it was a Lollapalooza. I don't remember. Tool played, but they didn't. I was waiting to hear Tool. They didn't play on the main stage. They played on the side stage. So I got to catch when I finally found out, I got to catch a little of the Tool show. I like Tool. Worthless liar. Yeah, I listened to a lot of Green Day, Dookie. I had the first 3 CDs, and then I got a American Idiot CD. There's another one that they put out that was kind of like music before they were doing before Dookie. Like Nimrod was the second or third one. Nimrod, what was the other one? Insomniac or something. Back when I bought CDs, before I just streamed everything. Streaming saved me a lot of money because my CDs always seem to get, well, I'd have a CD player in the car. I lost so many CDs from break-ins. I mean, a lot. Hundreds. I've lost hundreds of CDs from people breaking into my car, stealing my stuff. Assholes. Lost the leather coat. Pioneer Premier head unit back. Pioneer Premier brand was like really, really good stuff. That was my first CD head unit I had in a vehicle, was a Pioneer Premier. Do you have that time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything? All I want, I'm one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. Think I'm cracking up. I'm just paranoid. I'm just blind. Look, Green Day. Yeah, somebody speed up here. I'll tell you what, when I step down on the gas, it seems to actually respond quicker now than it did just yesterday. I think that vacuum leak was causing a problem, that vacuum blockage, really, because it's a valve, and if it's not working, air doesn't go through, or it goes through both ways or something like that. It's directional. I'm hoping there's multiple orders going on at Chevy's today, so I can, because he always has the invoices right there, and I can put an eye on them and see who's getting the orders. Like Pedro was there yesterday, and he said there were 4, none of them were expedite. Doesn't make sense. It's like Easy Cater's favoring another DSP over, or DSPs over expedite now. Yes, get out of the way, you slow ass. Frickin' doing 12 miles per hour under the speed limit. I'm gonna pass you in the slow lane, but I'm only doing the speed limit. Oh yeah, I'm cruising by him. Dumbass. Green Day, I believe they are what's called post-punk.
Exit right, and then keep left.
Billy Joe Armstrong.
Keep left.
See what I'm doing? I'm swiping up to see if the chat's moving, and it's not. And often when I do that, whatever it does, it freezes the chat on where it's at. Sexy Red? I don't even know who that is. That's one I haven't heard of. May have heard their music, I just don't know who they are. If it's newer stuff, I hardly listen to any newer stuff anymore. Most of the new music sucks. Kim Dracula's put out some new material. I saw on the YouTube.
Then turn right.
Not a real fan of the latest song video.
Let's get started. Drive safe. Turn left. Then turn left. Turn left.
Shut up. I'm trying to turn you off. Let's see what I'm 17 minutes till pick up. That slow down in traffic, I bet cost me like 10 minutes. Well, that's why I leave that early. If I would have left 15 minutes before pickup, or if I would have left and gave myself 15 minutes to get here early, like I would have been here getting early, 15 minutes, I would have been late. I try and give myself enough time to get to most of my pickups about 30-35 minutes early, in case something like that happens. No, I don't listen to Taylor Swift. We got tortured down at the Blarney Stone one night, thanks to my buddy Mike he's got a table inside, that's his spot. And I can't stand that table because it's real high traffic. It's like right the last table before you get to the hallway for the bathroom. So there's a lot of traffic right next to it. But there was families in there with their kids, and they kept playing Taylor Swift on the jukebox, like everything. I don't. Then some of the servers they were singing along too with the kids. I'm like, oh my God, these servers are young enough. They're Swifties as well. I know the tabloids like her a lot. I could care less what she does in her life, who she marries, who she dates. I mean, if she gets married and it works out, she's not gonna write music anymore, because usually her music's about breakups, the relationships that went bad. But if this one's going good, is she gonna come out with good music? I don't know. Yeah, $1,160 worth of food. This is the biggest order I picked up from here in a long time. I used to often get orders that food total was over $2,000 from this place, over $2,000. Now I don't see them anymore. I don't know who's getting them, where they're going, because they're still selling them. An itch on my head. Now I do know some of these companies are some of the that we deliver to, the customers have been using. Well, I got a new one I've delivered to, I think twice. They used to get all their catering orders from Butler's Pantry, but the menus lack variety, so they've now ventured out and started using Easy Cater, so they can get a different variety of food, something different. You get tired of the same stuff all the time. It's like working at a restaurant. You get tired of that food, and you see if your restaurant can swap with another restaurant. No, I never listened to ICP. Insane Clown Posse. I can't even say it. Insane Clown Posse, for those that don't know what ICP means. Yeah, I never did listen to them, whether Juggalos or whatever. I know about them. I just never listened to their music. I had friends that were like big ICP fans. I'm like, why? I just didn't care for it. I've gotten into My Chemical Romance. I like them. Well, I've been listening to them for quite a long time, but not really. Just like I don't go out of my way to find their music. It plays on my playlist that I all the time that I play at home. Well, it's not a playlist. It's like playlist radio. If you know Spotify, you know what I'm talking about. I was just figuring, doing the math the other day. I've been on Spotify for like at least 20 years now. Let's see, is it? Or close to 20 years. However, I've been on it since shortly. I've been using it since shortly after they came out. I've been paying for Spotify Premium for at least 16 years. I've got all kinds of playlists in there. Whoop whoop Juggalo. Those retards that do like Facebook reels, YouTube videos or it's that one guy. It's just one guy that he does like he'll set a table out there and put like thumbtacks and Legos and shit on it, and he rips his shirt off and says whoop whoop, and then does like a flip and lands on it on his back, and he just screams in agony as he breaks the table and lands on the ground. I've listened to some Boyz II Men. I can't say I ever bought any of their material. Yeah, I've listened to a very wide variety of stuff, but I never really got into country. It's not my thing, but I do know some country music. In fact, I had 92.3 on earlier because everything else had a damn commercial playing on it, and I got tired of it. This is one place I don't back in because there's a shady spot right here. Well, this time of year there is. There's not in the winter. But my tail end's facing the door. Like, I was a big Lords of Acid fan back in my clubbing days. Well, I met the band. That girl was hot. She's probably still hot, but she's probably like 60. I saw the Prodigy at Evolution at 1227 Washington Street. It was Club 1227, then it turned into Evolution. I think it was different owners, so going way back to the early 90s on me. Before I was 21, actually. Yeah, I'm aware. I've seen Garth Brooks on his Shameless tour back in 1990 or 91. My girlfriend at the time was a huge Garth Brooks fan. I'll tell you, he put on a hell of a show. And I had to work when tickets went on sale, and you had to go to like Street Side or something and wait in line, and she didn't get tickets. And like 4 days after they were sold out, I got tickets. I told her I was going to take her. She's like, well, the tickets are sold out. Can't get tickets. She was so bummed. And I knew I was getting them. And didn't tell her. I surprised her with it. They were just lawn seats, but it was still a good show. Hell, I was not a Kenny Chesney fan until I saw him live. Oh gosh, it was right after somebody died in the Dave Matthews Band that Kenny Chesney, I guess, was buddies with. And I'm looking at the big screen. I go to my buddy Tom. I'm like, did he just tell somebody to bring him a drink? I saw the hand gestures, and he wouldn't come off the stage. See, at Riverport, you get fined like a bunch of money every minute you're on stage, basically performing after 11 p.m. because of the noise. And he didn't leave that stage till a quarter after 12. And the whole second half of his show was cover music. Man, he played the Violent Femmes. He played U2, Van Halen. It all started, I think Uncle Kracker came out there and sang a song with him. I don't recall which one. And then after that, it was all cover music. Crap you would never think he would play. It was wild. That impressed me. That really impressed me. And they did it well. Hey, I don't think I'm going to finish my Crappuccino before I go in. Yeah, that was the wife at the time that got me to go see that. I didn't want to go to that show at all. I couldn't stand Kenny Chesney. But he got my respect after that show. I'm not going to slam that down. That was the most recent country concert, which I didn't go to many country concerts. I think Garth Brooks and Kenny Chesney's about it. The only two I ever went to. I got a lot of friends that are really into the country stuff, but that was never me. 6 minutes, my pickup time. It started raining on me when I was working on my van yesterday again. The last 2 times I tried to work on it, it started raining on me. I was trying to do some other stuff, and had to cut that short, and I just left all my tools right in the back of the van. So that when I get them wet, I had to unload all that this morning. I had to get the trash out. They came early last week. They came last couple weeks. They came pretty late. This week they come early. I'm like, shit. So I scrambled, got it out there, went back in to finish getting ready, which I was pretty much ready. I just had to wash my cups out. That was about it. And I come out and they'd already got my trash. It was empty, so moved the can back. I'm like, damn. They're usually 2 streets over at that time. I've seen Dropkick Murphys, I think, at least 3 times now. That's the last 3 concerts I've seen. Well, no, Me First and the Gimme Gimmes was one of them, too. I think I saw Dropkick twice, then Me First, and then Dropkick again. I saw Dropkick Murphys. They formed outside over at Pops on the parking lot. That sucked. The show was good, but there was a weird echo going on. It almost sounded like a helicopter blade. I could hear it in my ears. It was just an echo from something that was driving me nuts. And there was no seating. It was just blacktop. And that blacktop was killing my back. I needed a chair just for a couple minutes. It made it almost unbearable to watch, because my back does not like me standing on blacktop for very long at all, or any hard surface. There was like some very new blacktop that had been put down, and I walked up. It was about 10 foot ahead of where me and my buddy Gene were standing. I walked up and stood on that. I'm like, oh my God. It was way better on my back. Don't ask me why. They're both hard surfaces, but that new blacktop felt different. I thought I was nuts. I said, Gene, come up here and check this out. Tell me how your back feels when you step on this stuff and stand. He's like, oh my God. I'm like, right. Like, why would that matter? The old blacktop versus the new. Like the old blacktop was much harder or something. All right, I'll be back. It's go time. Hold down the fort. I think I'm going to take six bags in there with me. In my inserts to go between the levels so I can maximize them. hit that thumbs up. Double tap that screen. And no, I don't listen to Michael Jackson. Have I ever listened to Michael Jackson? Yes, I have. I am so burnt out on Michael Jackson, it's not even funny. PYT, Pretty Young Thing's about the only song I can still listen to. Yeah, I was a big Michael Jackson fan back in the day. I think everybody was. I would have had this out here 5 minutes, probably 5 minutes earlier if the door would have been unlocked. Some places just don't open that door until, unlock that door until it's opening time.
Let's get started. Drive safe.
Is that Pedro, something like that? I've heard it on YouTube videos, but no, I don't know who that is. Deliver through the main entrance of the hospital. There are volunteers who will help you deliver to the suite. 360E said, okay, but where? Where? Which tower? East? I'll figure it out when I get there. 232 East. 17 minutes, 11:02, and my drop-off time is when? 11:15. Yeah. I was trying to get in there before they opened, or before my pickup time. I sat there. It took them like 4 minutes to get to the door. I could see somebody walking around behind the bar. You can see through the window there. I was right there. I've listened to some Daddy Yankee. Da-da-da, gasolina, blah, 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 gasolina, da-da-da, gasolina. I don't know the other words in it, but gasolina. Some Flo Rida. How about some Sean Paul? Or John Paul, or Sean Paul, whatever his name is. He does kind of reggae stuff. I am out of my Frappuccino.
Turn right.
Yeah, there was 2 other catering orders in there, but I couldn't spy the DSP on the invoices. They had that part of them covered, and I didn't want to start moving a different order around because I was like, oh no, that's not your order. I'd be like, I know, I'm just being nosy and want to see who's delivering it. I don't want to do that. Why do you come speeding up that fast on this lane? Every time I get on 170 from here, somebody's in the slow lane just flying up about 75, 80 miles per hour when you got traffic trying to merge. They went around me for a change. Oh, the person that just got in the middle lane is not going to be happy with me. I have to be in the middle lane to get on the highway. And somebody was coming from the fast lane right into the middle lane. I cut right in front of them. They were doing much more than 60 miles per hour. I just saw something on the news. I didn't see the whole thing, talking about speeding on the highways. God damn, that guy moved my van. He went past me so fast, and I'm doing 62. How they're saying most motorists feel it's perfectly fine to do 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. I gotta tilt this down. I'm getting a glare. Heavy pay? I don't need heavy pay. I distribute it through the bag so it's not as heavy. Now they got construction going on 170 here. The right lane's shut down, which I don't need it, but that's going to make people move into the lane I do need, which is the middle lane. Or no, it's just the Forest Park Parkway exit shut down. And it's slowing me down anyway, even though it's not messing with my lane one bit. It's still slowing me down. Yeah, I lost a minute. Maybe 2. I think I lost 2 minutes. I'll gain it back, maybe. Just call me maybe. It says there's going to be some team waiting to assist me to get it to where it needs to go, but I don't need them. This also doesn't say it's drop-off only. Rarely. The only time it's drop-off only for me typically is if I deliver to Children's Hospital. Most other medical institutions I set up. But for some reason it's only, and it's not just the same person I deliver to at Children's Hospital too, or either. It's multiple people. Whether I'm up in the second level of the parking garage at the drop-off area or I'm down in the circle. I've never been in that hospital on a delivery. They've always met me outside with a card of some sort. Run this out to 141. I think I go right on 141. I think they will call it north to St. Luke's. I'll be taking a picture of this outside once I get it on the cart on my wagon. I'm going to take a picture of it in case I can't make it to the drop-off area in time. I'm not sure. Video of what other artists thought of Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I'm a big Queen fan. If you like Queen, look up Mark M-A-R-C, Mark with a C. Gosh, I can't think of his last name right now. Called Bohemian Rhapsody or whatever. Some of the vocals in there were done by this Mark. I can't remember his last name. Damn, I used to always remember his last name. He has an amazing voice. Mark what? I go and listen to his stuff every once in a while. He does some Queen tours as well that are live. Well, they're recorded live. You can check them out. His voice, I believe, is actually better than Freddie Mercury's. Don't get me wrong, Freddie had a great voice, but that voice was unique to him. It's hard to duplicate. Mark, whatever his name is one of the closest I've ever heard. He would be better as a frontman for Queen than Adam Lambert. But James was Brian Mays, or whoever, the guys that are still left from Queen, they didn't want to sound just like Queen. They didn't want to have somebody that sounded just like Freddie Mercury. That's why they chose Adam Lambert. Whereas Journey wanted somebody who sounded about as close to Steve Perry as you could get. And that's where they found that Arnel Pinata from Thailand or whatever doing karaoke on somewhere. That's how they found him on YouTube. He was doing somebody filmed him doing karaoke of a Journey song or something. Now, I got one later, Night Watcher, but I don't think I'm going to do it because it's like 4 o'clock from Crazy Bowls and Wraps, I think, down on Lindell, and it's going downtown. That's going to put me over 60 miles for a $40 order. I don't think I'm going to keep it. After I'm done with this, I'm going to see if this driver, Ellen, would like it. She may want it, she may not. If she doesn't want it, I'll just release it. Before I release any orders, I run it by her first to see if she could use it, because she hasn't been seeing good orders either. I've sent her a lot of orders. Well, I helped her get back up to 100% on all her stats, because it was going to take her forever with the way they send them out when you're not 100%, when you don't have a 100 score. So I was sending her better orders than she was seeing. Maybe not a lot better, but better. I don't know. I've sent her a couple of good ones because I don't like doing breakfast orders. There was one day I had a decent one. I wanted the day off. I did not want to work that day, and they sent me a decent one, but it was a breakfast order. So I sent it to her. It was over $100. I've done that a couple times. Sometimes I just want a day off. I don't know what I had going on that day, but I did not want to work. I had other things to do. Take me home, country road, to the place where I belong. West Virginia, something. I never heard that song. Man, I'm old. We listened to John Denver when I was a kid. He was on the TV and all over the place. Thank God, the movies, the Thank God or whatever, or God, I don't remember the name of the movies. We actually went to the movie theater and saw that stuff. He was on variety shows. Yeah, I grew up, there were still variety shows, so you would see all kinds of entertainers like that. The roast back then, the Dean Martin's roast parties or whatever, those were hilarious. They were even funnier now to watch what they got away with back then, and there was no issues with all these snowflakes like we have today. I couldn't get away with some of the stuff they pulled back then when it was just funny. I'm going up a hill. I just stepped down on the gas, so I cranked the AC vent up, and it's just blowing on me. This is great. You understand, it hasn't done this since I bought this van. Yeah, we used to watch Hee Haw. Roy Clark, boy, that was man, can he pick a guitar. He can play a lot of instruments, but that damn guitar, man. Yeah, I listened to old country when I was young, but the newer stuff I haven't listened to in many years. Jerry Reed was another one that could really play the hell out of a guitar. Never knew that when I was watching Smokey and the Bandit. I just kind of knew him as the Snowman, and I'd see him on some of these variety shows back then. Carol Burnett, whatever I can't remember them all. Donnie Emery Osmond had that, or the Osmonds had that variety show. I don't think I ever watched much of that though, because I watched a movie on it. The movie was pretty good. It was kind of like a biography movie about the Osmond family growing up and all that. I don't remember. I mean, I have to go. I don't know when it actually came out. or when it was actually being aired. But I don't remember the Osmonds variety show. Or, the Sonny and Cher show. I vaguely remember that.
Keep right.
That was a thing back then. That was like their version of reality TV, I guess, variety shows. In the wedding? No. We had it was a taco bar, man. It was good. It was like basically you had like the whole spread you see at whatchamacallit, like Qdoba or Chipotle when you're telling them what to put in your burrito bowl. Only they had it all for you could just do it yourself. Shit, this lane doesn't end. I need to be in this lane. The guacamole was really good. And I made 2 burritos or tacos or whatever on the... I couldn't even fold them up. I put too much toppings on them. I made it like I was making burrito bowls, basically, without the bowl. I was going to go back up for more, but shit. That first plate stuffed me. I liked it. They even had queso dip. Alright, I gotta be looking for 232. 232 does not sound like the building I usually go to here. Oh, maybe it is. It says it's on the left, but it says it's east. That would be east. It's 2. Because it's usually reps and they don't leave good directions. Because they're unfamiliar with the place and they don't know. But reps don't understand how tight we are on time. So that's 226. Oh shoot! Is this? Please don't drop off right there. See, I can't. Oh, can I go that way? I can go that way. I didn't think I could go that way. Yeah, somebody has totally blocked the whole drive. And now don't you be getting in front of me down here. I'm going around you now.
You have reached your destination.
Shit, I always thought it was one way around that thing. Yeah, they got a tree right in the way. I can't see the damn number on the building. That's what I thought. That's 224. I didn't think that number. And that's okay. This is 232. Put off patience. Not at all. I'll be back. Is it? Okay, I can mark that I've arrived. But I'm Ford key. All right. Phone did not overheat, but it's hot. I can feel it. Gigwise is back. It's back in the New York groove. In the New York groove. I've delivered there before. Once I got there, in fact, I got a video of a Bob Evans, one of my setup shorts I did was a Bob Evans in that same space. They didn't give me enough serving utensils. Again, that happens too often. It doesn't very often happen that I have too many serving utensils. The can down here is another parking lot. Then I have to do it, or it'll be considered a bail, and I don't want to bail. Screenshot something quick. I don't know why I didn't just come up to this parking lot in the first place. Shit. Oh hell, there's an even upper parking lot I didn't know about. Damn, dude. You like blocked me to get to that spot like you own it. I don't even want a parking spot. Wait, that's $200.45 worth of food. Oh, tell me that person isn't leaving. Good God. Here, I think I'm out of the way. I'm just going to go block some cars in. Yeah, it has a 15% tip. It has a 15% tip on it. I can release it driving down the road. That's no big deal. No, I don't get in. If they don't have the utensils, it's not on me. And I don't know that they paid for them or not. I don't have the invoice. I don't see that stuff. But they have to pay for it. And if they don't pay for it, then they're not even supposed to get it. They'll get serving utensils, but that's about it. But there was plates in the plasticware packets in there, so I assume they paid for it. And this is a new rep. At least she was new to here. So definitely a med rep. I guess I actually saw her get there right when I was leaving. They usually, the ones that don't really tip usually avoid the drivers. It's just how it seems. It's like they set the drop-off time about 10-15 minutes before they're supposed to be there, or before they show up. So we're in and out, so nobody can give them any grief because they didn't tip. But Easy Cater throws in a tip. If it's big enough on the food total, it's good, because it's $100 for every $1,000 worth of food. Until it goes over $5,000, then it's a sliding 10% across the board. At $5,000, $5,000, $40,000, $5,000, $5,000, $300, whatever, it goes up to 10%. But those are usually split orders. Sometimes I just transfer. I don't ask. But a lot of times it doesn't go through. Because if she has another order during that same time frame, if it like conflicts, it won't go through, or if her map coverage isn't right. Hell, I think my map coverage might be a little smaller than hers now. Come on, Ellen. She must be doing a drop-off or a pickup or something. She usually gets right back with me. Otherwise, I'm just going to send it to her. Oh. Okay. Calma uno momento. Detail, there's what I need. I never can remember her phone number for some reason. She asked if I didn't like the store. Oh no, I'm fine with the store. It's my gas mileage. I'll be leaving my house to go pick that up, and it's going to run me too many miles when it's all said and done. Had it been a restaurant in Fenton, I would have done that without issues. Yeah, that's the problem. It's a good order. It's just too far for me to get to and then get back home. That's where the mileage is racking up. If I still lived in the city, that would have been a no-brainer. $40 easy dollars. I mean, come on, a $200 food total? That's tiny. Not a problem. You only have 27 minutes to release it if you decide you don't want it. That's why I was, I'm like, shit, I gotta get rid of this right away because I'm running out of time. It gets into that 4-hour window, you can't get rid of it. You got to confirm it. I want to do it. It's just it's going to leave me upside down. That's the problem. I'm going up. I'm going to move up. The person in front of me, her name is Carol. You know how I know? Because it says so on her license plate. Not to get mistaken with Daryl or Cheryl or even Will Ferrell. I got to run by AutoZone. Take that little piece of hose in there. I'm gonna get I may get fuel line hose because that's never gonna dry right. Not while I have this vehicle. I've got the old the vacuum check valve. I got the old one in back. I should have hit it with some brake parts cleaner to clean it up, but so I didn't get my fingers all dirty. But I'll take that in there to make sure it's the right fit. I don't know the diameter, the ID, I guess, internal internal diameter, whatever that is. Shut up with your horn. Come on, Carol, get over. Get over. Okay, don't get over. Carol doesn't know where she is. I like having a name for a vehicle instead of, come on, dumbass. Let's put her right, Carol put her right blinker on and then never got over to the right. Then turned her blinker off. So she don't know where she's at. Put it back over here on this. What up, Pedro? I'm done with my one. I had one for $40 for 4 o'clock this evening down at that Crazy Bowls and Wraps on Window. Going downtown, I decided I'm going to be upside down on it if I do it. It's going to put me at like 60 miles to do a $40 order. I get 15.3 miles to the gallon. I just did a Chevy's, believe it or not. After just saying that I hardly ever see them anymore. They had 2 other orders there, but I couldn't scope out the invoices. Oh, it's for 4 o'clock. I transferred it to this girl, Ellen. She needs some money. And she lives closer. If I would have been in the city, if I still lived in the city, it's a no-brainer. That's an easy freaking $200, well, not $200 payout. That's the food total. $200.45, I think. So that's a super easy order. It's just going to rack me up too many miles to do it. And make sense. Yeah, in the city, I was literally like 7 minutes from there. All right, get off my tail. You got me doing 10 miles over the speed limit. I'm going to slow down. You can go around. Yeah, I told her if she didn't want it, she's got 27 minutes to decide from it. But under 4 hours, they consider that a bail. Alright, I'm going to drop signal down here in just a second. Even if the phone tells me I got a signal, I learned yesterday, I still don't. I go into the buffer zone. Forgot to turn them off. Oh. Trying to do back, wants to work from West County. Yeah, she's on Uber now, Uber Eats. I haven't talked to her to see how she's been doing on it since she got on it versus the DoorDash. She hates DoorDash. I'm like, oh hell, I don't know if I had a signal there. Damn, I forget. I should have a signal now. Can you hear me now? It says I got a full 5G. Well, it did. Now it just dropped again. My phone's cooled back down already. That AC's blasting on it. Nice not losing the pressure going up a hill now. I wasn't sure it was going to work with that vacuum line being so dry rotted. It's dry lot. The vacuum line's dry rotted like it's 30 years old. My van's not that old. It's a 2013. Vacuum lines should not dry rot that quick. Yeah, you see that? Where's that car that was tailing me so close? There's a cop right there blocking the right lane because somebody's in the shoulder. I don't know. About to slide into Valley Park. I think I'm gonna cook a pizza for lunch. There's some condos somewhere out here. I think it was in Valley Park. I almost tried to buy a condo out here like a long time ago. And I should have. Because things were a lot cheaper out here back then. I think it was only like $35,000 for a 2-bedroom condo / townhouse. I think it was two levels back then. I don't know where it was. That was like early 90s. Now those condos are going pretty much anywhere over $100,000 for a basically a glorified apartment with a deed and monthly condo fees. My buddy Tori, his dad had one in South County. That thing was super nice. They had a 2-car garage down below and 1 bedroom, a laundry room, and a bathroom, full bath, down there on the garage level. Then the main level had a really nice kitchen, dining room, super big living room, a deck, nice sized little deck. I can't remember if there's any more rooms, but there was an additional 3 bedrooms up on the 2nd floor. And more bathrooms. I don't know how many bathrooms the damn place had, because I know there was at least a half bath on the main level. I don't remember if it was a full bath or not. I think it was a half bath, but I bet there was at least 3.5 baths in that condo. And a fireplace. The living room had a big old fireplace. Yeah, if I would have bought that condo back then, that would have been paid off a long time ago. And I could have moved up from there. That's where I messed up when I was young. I didn't buy property. If I would have bought a house or a condo or something, value typically doesn't go down. So many things if I could go back and do differently. Okay, dude, come on, just fly by me. Speed limit is 50 here. Still no chatter, no chatter. Oh, red light. Green light, red light, green light. There's a Walgreens right here. I've done some really good Uber Eats shopping pays out of that little Walgreens right there. Well, it's not little, it's the same size as all of them. But no, some of the Walgreens are small now. They call it a simplified version or something like that. So I went to a store, they did that. They got rid of a lot of stuff they used to sell. It simplified it, is what they said. Because they were in the process of doing that when I went in there that day, and they had a whole lot of stuff on clearance. I got Pringles for 50 cents a can. Green light. It's amazing how many people I see driving their motorcycles with no helmets now. It's still illegal to ride a motorcycle or drive a motorcycle in the state of Missouri with no helmet. But the cops just aren't enforcing it anymore, and I don't know. I would prefer to wear a helmet if I'm riding a motorcycle, whether I'm driving it or I'm riding on it with someone else. You wreck a motorcycle, there's a great chance you're going to bang your head on the pavement, and I'd rather do that with a helmet on. And pretty sure Illinois it's not the law to wear a helmet. Plus they make some pretty cool looking helmets. I don't know why I lit a smoke. AutoZone's right up here. AutoZone's my choice of auto parts stores to go to anymore. Or I'll, depending on the part, I'll order it directly from Amazon for a cheaper price like that. And it's an AC Delco factory OEM part. And AutoZone sold it for $4.49. I'm like, this way I don't have to go to AutoZone. Some parts though, like I found them the exact same price on Amazon as they are at AutoZone for the exact, brand and everything. And depending on the part, sometimes I'll just go to AutoZone and get it, because if there's something wrong with it and I have to return it, it's much easier just to run up to AutoZone and return it than to go through. It's quicker too than go through Amazon. It's easy to do a return with Amazon, don't get me wrong, but it just takes a lot longer. I've been watching videos where people bought a like a pallet full of return stuff from Amazon. And the one I was watching yesterday was what the people had returned. I guess was in the box on the return are actually the ones that were purchased. But it looked like on the return they had never even opened the box. Alright, you got me for a couple more minutes. I'm going to have to end the stream and go into AutoZone. I might shoot a short while I'm in there on something. Oh, right now they've got Lucas injector cleaner, those little 8-ounce bottles on sale, 2 for $9. That's a good deal. Shit, I should buy it actually. But it's a good deal. Castrol Edge. That doesn't say it's full synthetic. It also doesn't say the price. They got free Mobil 1 oil filter if you buy the 5 quarts of the Mobil 1 Extended Performance. It doesn't say if that's oh, Brinks is here to get the money. What a pain in the ass that is. You are on a timer. You gotta drop what you're doing when Brinks gets here. Man, my stomach's like not feeling right. I may not be able to go in here right now. I may have to run home instead. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. Damn it. Hate when the stomach does that to me. It says, sorry, forget about what you were gonna do. You're gonna go do this instead right now. Oh, he's bringing money in too. Bummer on those, brand spanking new, which they stick together. I hated it. Bad chance on doing that right. Make it in and out of AutoZone. No, I don't think I can. Another reason I call that Crappuccino. Oh, I have new socket connectors for where my bulb goes in for those taillights. I was going to swap one of those out on the driver's side yesterday. I got those like shit a year ago. They're the wrong ones. A little too late to return them. They fit the bulb and they fit in the taillight assembly. Perfect. But the ones that are on here have 4 wires coming out of it, and the ones that I bought to replace them only have 3 wires, so they're the wrong ones. So I got to get back on Amazon and order the right ones, and maybe that'll help extend the life of my damn bulbs back there, because something burns them out. Mainly the driver's side, because I've replaced that 2 or 3 times now since I did the passenger side last. They don't go out as fast as they did on my Firebird though. And my Firebird had like 8 freaking taillights back there, and they would all go out. Way too soon. Like often when I swapped one, I just swapped all 8. While I had it all apart. I was spending a fortune on bulbs on that car. Okay, now this hill, I often had a problem with. Yeah, it still doesn't want to kick down. It upshifts right when I'm in the middle of the turn, and I don't want it to. And then it doesn't shift back down to get up this hill. I'll run up there later or tomorrow. Ugh. I didn't sleep well last night. I just kept waking up. Freaking headlights, stoplights. I don't have time for these red lights. I gotta go. Turn it back down before I hit the 10-second mark. I don't know how these people do music reviews or reactions. Well, I know Molly Boy TV over in the UK. He only makes about 10% as much as he should off of YouTube because of copyrights. So I'm guessing they all have copyright issues. Or they gotta split the... You can't, I mean, it's all about the music on those. You can't just snip that part of the video out. Most of your video will be gone. But I mean, they let them play a lot longer than 10 seconds. And I know Davey 504 just did a video talking about another video that got copyright claimed, where he said he was going to play the sound of silence, but he never did play it. He didn't play anything, and he got a copyright claim. They didn't even play the song. He was testing YouTube, and they gave him a copyright claim on no music at all. Kind of like the one I just got, where I could hear something vaguely, maybe outside down the street somewhere, but nothing that was in my vehicle or played by me. And I got a copy for 12 seconds, copyright claim, and I forgot the song it was. I just snipped that part of the video out. Hell, I wasn't even here in the van when it happened. So if somebody's going to watch it on a playback, they won't even notice anything got clipped. $12. I get a text. Any luck? Question mark. Stay away from them fast food places with Uber Eats. Uber Eats. I don't know what the hell that is. Uber Breaks. Uber Eats. U Breaks. Congratulations, Chevy sedan. You beat me to the red light. Actually, he's going straight. So he didn't have a red light, but he's really riding somebody's butt. He flew around me. Another motorcyclist with no helmet. That's on them. That's our own melon they got to worry about, their own brain bucket. It's not going to hurt me if they wreck and bust their brains open. Like they say, seatbelts save life. Main reason you see me with a seatbelt is because it's the law. I don't like wearing a seatbelt. hell, a lot of times in the past, I'd only wear the seatbelt if I was getting on the highway, even though they claim majority of accidents happen nearby your house where you're at all the time. So even if this thing didn't make a bunch of noise if I didn't have my seatbelt on, I'm on the highway most of the time, so I'd be wearing the seatbelt. Safety first. I want to cut my grass while it's still, well, it's kind of cooler, kind of less humidity. It'll still affect me the same. I'll be a sweaty mess, but my yard, because of the rain, my yard's just too wet. And it's already tried to rain on me twice since I've been out on this delivery. Some raindrops hit the windshield. Call me any time. That was somebody else I listened to a lot back around the time I was a Kiss fan. I was a Blondie fan too. I had the Tide is High on 45 in 5th grade. I had a lot of 45s. I don't know what happened to those. I'm sure they went in a garage sale or something, or my older sister snagged them all. I had a ton of 45s, which were the smaller, like a single, for people that don't know. Just have one song on each side of the record. Crap ton of them. They were more affordable for me. I didn't have much of an allowance back then. Worked my butt off for it though. $6 every other Thursday. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. I got to run inside and use the facilities real quick. Till next time, be good. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the flip.